Hi everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Okay, so it feels much different than yesterday's vibe. I'm feeling a lot more focused, so I hope that that is translating to that you guys are feeling more focused because we're all sitting in the same stew of energy here. Um, Hi, I'm Holly, psychic medium. You all know the drill by now, yada yada. Um, So anyway, I want to just kind of get into it. Um, oh, I am so predictable. Man, I'm predictable. Okay, let me just do this. I always thought, oh yeah, my mug. So, um, roses. At first, I was grabbing for trust the process. That message was on it, but this one kept pulling me in. Roses for me signify when spirit is very, very close. And sometimes when there may be a need to help transition a spirit, act as the facilitator for that. Spirit does all the work in reality. We just kind of are facilitators. As I like to say in the readings, we're a mouthpiece. This is a general reading. So I'm not sure where this is going to go today, but I do know today's energy feels very different. So I feel like we are definitely moving into that September vibe, that September energy. It's right around the corner. And it actually feels pretty good. It feels invigorating. Here's the other thing too. If you are in this hemisphere, I'm in the northern hemisphere, quite clearly because of my accent. Anyway, so I feel like right now we are full on summer, and it is brutally hot right now. But I still feel like we are going to have an early change of season. So I don't know if that's, I just heard, yeah, it probably will. So I think it's going to translate no matter where you live, whatever season you are moving into. I feel like it's going to translate for everyone the same way. So I do feel like we are going to have a shift into the next season earlier than expected, and it's going to be fast and sharp. Like, boom, just one day it's 100 degrees and blazing hot, and the next day it's fall, or vice versa, depending on where you live. So I do feel like things, when they do change, they're going to change distinctly and quickly. So just that feeling I've got. So there's that. Um, Next, pay attention to the energy around you. Today is a good day to really tune in and kind of be quiet, stand back, and watch what's happening because I feel like something's right at our backs. It's like, and it's not in a bad, creepy, scary way or anything like that, but it feels like there is energy that is, or spirit. I'm going to use a different word than energy. Energy is what we bring and the vibe and the current and the flow. I feel like there is a wall of spirit behind me right now. I feel like there is a wall of spirit beings. And I do feel like they have transitioned. I do feel like they are incredibly strong. Okay, we've got, yeah, let me just get into this because I feel like we've got spirit coming in. I had some card decks I wanted to look at, but, and I'll try to do that in a minute. No wonder the roses. Yeah, there is a male energy here, very strong male energy. Very dominant male energy, big guy. This was a big guy. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Hmm. This is someone who was living. This is not of the angelic realm. He's laughing. He's like, well, I could be if you want, you know. If you want to think of me that way, great. Kind of thing. But this is, I think I know who this is. This is someone that I knew personally in my life. But there's more than one. There's one I don't know that I did not meet, but they're very similar in like structure and stature. They're both really big men, and they're both coming through with the same message. So this is going to be, and I just felt one of them put a hand on this shoulder, like coming around from the back. So the message is, there is a message in it for me, but right now they want to talk to the collective, and they want to talk. There is someone viewing that they are talking to. Okay. So even though I know one of them, I don't know the other. And normally with mediumship, it's really important, in my estimation, to be an evidential medium. So you have to give information to let people know who you're dealing with. If you've got a name, if you've got something they did, how they passed, all of that. But they just want me to get straight into the message. Yeah, there's one on either side of me. The one I know is right here. The one that I don't know is right here. And I think he's the one that's got the hand on my shoulder, the one I never met. Okay, let me just get into the message really quickly. This is going to be fairly specific, I think. Be patient. Your time is coming. We are watching. We are guiding. There's going to be change, and significant change, in the near future. November. They're showing me the word November. So November is going to be important for someone or a group. Again, this is a general reading, but, and they're almost specifically saying, don't identify, don't talk about it. They don't want, which is really weird and different. They want me to just keep going. Okay. You are going to find your peace, your place, and where you belong. November is going to be the date. November is going to be when, and they're showing me a 2 and a 2. So I guess that could be the 22nd, or I feel like it's symbolic, 2 and 2, like matching. I don't know that it's a date. I feel like has more to do with like numerology. But even though you normally would add 2s together to get the 4, and then that could, okay, I'm getting too much in my head. Make peace with your past, because you're going to have to let some things go. You're going to have to drop. I'm hearing the phrase drop the mantle. So, or drop the burden is what I think that means. If it means something else to someone else specifically, then take it for whatever it means to you. You are being guided in ways that you don't even realize or understand at this moment. You think you've been abandoned and they're not around, but they are. For some of you, it's going to be, is it one male? No, I think for whomever this resonates with, you're going to have 2 males. And again, that number 2 coming up. There are going to be 2 males, 2 male energies, one on either side of you. So it's going to mimic what's coming through for me. But it's going to be your people coming through for you. And like in this instance, I don't even have to know who one is or have ever met that person in life. It could be someone from further back in your line. It could be someone connected to you that you don't even know. But this is the one that I haven't even met, who's doing the talking. The other person I do know. And he came through with a message for me just the other day. So it's here to make me feel comfortable and safe and know that this is okay, even though they're not wanting to identify who they are right now. Because normally I'd say, no, we're not playing that game. And that's why I think this one is coming through, because I know and trust this person. All right, so what else is the rest of the message for the collective then? Find time to laugh. Find time for joy in your life. That will lift your vibration, raise your vibration, and it will make the transition smoother and easier. Ooh, now that doesn't mean transition to the other side. That just means the transition to your new way of being. Try not to micromanage. This is where it gets kind of specific. Okay, so the message is try not to micromanage. Try not to figure out the when, where, why, and how of things. That will sort itself out. Be true to who you are, your needs, and express that clearly, but find joy and levity in all situations, even the ones they're not difficult, they're not bad, but they might be a little frustrating because you're like, ugh, and it's just over stupid stuff. It's just going to be stupid stuff. I'm hearing the color blue is associated to something for someone. So if the word, I think it's okay. This is how ridiculous it is. It's going to be arguing about what color to paint a wall. Don't argue about it. You can always repaint it. But blue is a significant color for some reason coming up. There is going to be what has been a difficult situation in the past that's going to resolve and ease itself. It's going to ease up. It's going to ease up on you. That's the phrase I'm hearing. It's going to ease up on you. It's going to get easier. There are going to be shifts and changes that are very unexpected. And it's not just within your life, but it's going to be in the periphery that will impact your decisions and make it actually easier. I know that seems a little vague to me, but that's how it's coming across. So the big dominant message here for whomever this applies to, pay attention. If you constantly feel like you need to turn and look over your shoulder, you've got one male here. They were in life. You may know both, you may know one, but they're both coming through for you. And it could be these guys offering you messages, or it could be, I feel like it's going to be people in your life in particular, but the messages are going to be the same. That is a very common thing that happens also in mediumship. And it's just a piggybacking message. Different spirits, same message. Because, we're all on the same, riding the same current, and, we're all surfing the same wave of energy, basically. Different times, but pretty much the same. All right. So basically, be patient, change is coming. Look at November, the number 2 and 2, distinctly 2 and 2, not 4, not just 2, but the number 2 in general. If you start seeing that a lot, it's going to be validation. So look for, if you, every time you look at the clock, or every time, the number 2 or 22 is going to be around you a lot. If this is your reading. Then we've got find the joy in things, something about the color blue, and I do think it has to do with painting a wall. Don't worry. Don't sweat the small stuff. That's the message. Don't sweat the small stuff. In the end, as the saying goes, it's all small stuff, even though we don't feel like it at the time. And sometimes I have to agree. Sometimes things are kind of big. But, if you come from a place of genuine compassion and wellness for all, and don't abdicate responsibility. That's what I'm hearing too. Don't abdicate responsibility. Take care of your responsibilities, but the situations are going to resolve themselves soon. So some of you, I feel like, are in having a legal issue. There will be a switch in the legalities of things that will work in your favor, and the other party in the legal action will just sort of like, it's not worth their time or energy. They just want to go away. They want to get away from it. So they could drop whatever is going on. So that's going to be for some of you. They may make one last grand push to make you think they're going to do something, and then it's just going to all of a sudden dissolve and not be there any longer. Yeah. And also pull on your resources. So if you are not a lawyer, but you know one, don't be afraid to ask for advice or help. Because I feel like you don't have to hire whomever this is for. I don't feel like, or the group of people, usually more than one. I don't feel like anyone has to hire someone, because what feels like it could turn into a big legal action doesn't. It just again, it just dissolves and goes away. So there's that. Okay, I think that's it. And they said, all right, that's enough. Go on. Go on with your reading. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. All right, so I am going to, no, not that one, this one. No, this one. Okay. So we're going to move on now. We're going to switch gears a little bit. We're going to look at the Inner Child Oracle. All right. Now, what is it we need to know today? I feel like this is a continuation of that reading or those messages from spirits. So this is going to wrap it up, though, I think. So what is the message for the individual or individuals that's for to help them understand? They said take this one off the top. Speak to yourself with kindness. Okay, so the message I just got and heard very clearly was if you keep saying, oh, this will never end, or this is so da-da-da-da-da, don't drag it out, okay? Don't drag it out. Just say, what was the affirmation yesterday? The universe surrounds me in love. The universe surrounds me with love, support, and abundance. Oh, also with this and whatever the situations are, whether that reading was for you or the rest of this reading is for you or not, this does work. It's worked for me. Now, it's a general reading. You know how that goes. Only take what resonates. Only do what feels right to you. So, when you're facing a difficult situation, I feel like I got something on my... Anyway. All right. So, still a little bit of squirrel moments going on here. All right. So, even when you feel like you're facing something that is daunting, get spirit involved. Always just say and truly mean it. Sometimes I would actually just visualize or do this like handing it over to spirit and ask your guides, your guardians, whomever, just say, please take this burden from me, fix the situation. And that's what I would say. I would say it in those terms. I can't handle this any longer. Please take it, fix the situation, whether it's a work situation, personal, it doesn't matter. Take the situation from me, you fix it. I can't deal with it any longer. And then I would just brush it off and just emotionally separate myself from it or in trying to figure it out. I would do that with work a lot. And when I would leave in the morning to go to work, by the time I got to the end of my block, it wasn't even in my head. And this big, awful meeting that was going to happen, or a whole bunch of stuff that was going to happen that day that was just draining and exhausting, I would get to work and it's sort of like, oh, well, everything's fine. We're not going to do that now. What? Spirit works that fast, okay? So when you really need them to take over, they said, I don't need to do any more with that because that's the message. Let spirit take over, but ask them for help, okay? All right, well, I guess we're doing this deck next. Maybe we're not finished entirely with that. I think this is going to be the last card in that series about this issue. All right, this is the Spirit or blah, blah, blah. Slow down. All right, this is the Energy and Spirit Oracle deck. And that's an important message, too. If you feel like you're in a rush, you're really not. Okay. Now, what is the message for the collective or for the dominant part of the collective? Ooh, hang on, y'all. Okay. Thought vibrations. I just opened it up to the middle and it was like, look at that. Oh, I didn't need to smack so hard. All right. Thought vibrations. Okay. Resonate choices, signature signals. Okay, well, that just, but the card itself, thought vibrations. That's exactly what we've been talking about. Get spirit to soothe the choppy waters before you have to dive in, okay? Because they can and they will, but we got to ask. And also, I would take the situation from me and please resolve it. And then with the best for all. Because you don't want to also say, resolve it for me, but make them suffer. Spirit's not going to do that. But hopefully it will be a learning exercise, and what will happen is that the energies will soften so that everyone will be in a better place. Yeah. And on the bottom, it just glaringly said, take that one. The healing heart, love, acceptance, and romance. But look at that heart. I love this card so much. Look how beautiful that is. Okay. So those were the two they wanted you to see. That one that was on the top and the one that was on, or the one that was in the middle and that one. So thought vibrations and the healing heart. Love this card. All right. Love that card. And divine presence. Opened it up in the middle one more time. Sometimes I don't need to let them go flying out. And that felt like a kind of a aggressive way to shuffle today. So with this deck, divine presence and that beautiful radiating light. Also, I just heard get out in nature today if you can. If you can, go outside and be in nature, even if it's just for a few minutes. Particularly around either water, or if it's a wooded area, make sure there's like where you can feel the wind, or even a little bit of water, even if it's just a trickling stream or pond, or if you're fortunate enough to have a large body of water, that would be great. Even a fountain. If you can't get outside and you've got an indoor fountain, even if it's a little tiny one, run the faucet for a second and just kind of like anoint yourself with the water, so to speak, you know? When you're in the shower today, just ask for healing and wellness. Water is going to be important. And when I shuffled again this last time, the healing heart was right there again. But also this one, Archangel Phanuel, what is that? Phanuel. I don't know a lot about this one, so you might want to look that one up. Hope, optimism, and new beginnings. New beginnings are coming. Oh, gosh. Come on, light. Ooh, look. Woohoo! It's like a disco. Not really, but okay. Let's look up Archangel Phanuel together. Well, later today, you know. But the message is hope, optimism, and new beginnings. And I do believe this is the part of the, for some, and of course it's middle of the work week, but this is I think we are truly moving into a new beginning, a new energy, thankfully. All right. No? Okay. Well, I was ready to get into some tarot, but they said nope. So let's look at, I'm sorry, I'm making all kind of clinky noises. All right, this is a different Animal Ally deck, and this is the Colette Baron Reid Spirit Animal. This is a pocket version. It has a little metal tin. All right, that it comes in. All right, let's get these shuffled up because I feel like we need to do an Animal Ally, and then I'm going to do a quick tarot read with the Unfolding Path Tarot because that is the one that I feel like is a little more gentle and the energy is a little more gentle. Although Pulp Tarot, man, that's my kind of full-on yeah. Well, I was going to be, we'll leave it. That one's kind of there. I think that's going to come later in the week. But for right now, let's get an Animal Ally for the collective, and then we're going to look at the Unfolding Path for just a minute with a tarot message. All right. All righty. I barely got anywhere with that. All right. And there are 3 that came out, and 1. Hang on, y'all. I'm going to have to get up to get this. I can't even get all the way. I can't even reach. Okay. Now, I'm kind of curious. Spider spirit. Ooh. All right, so spider spirit, let me put my glasses on. What have you got to say? Because you went across the table, onto the floor, and face down. Huh. Well, it's very colorful. I mean, okay, make your dreams real, spider spirit. Make your dreams real. Okay, so that is, spiders are also associated with creativity, spinning the web of creation, but also they don't have to go out and get what they want. Things just come to them. They create this beautiful, elaborate web and they wait. They wait for things to come to them. I'm kind of ambivalent about spider. I know people who adore and love them entirely and really resonate with the energy. And they are incredibly powerful. To be so small, they are incredibly powerful. I'm asking for the message because I don't want to let my own tension about it or insecurity, not insecurity, anxiety. Spiders kind of wig me out a little bit. But, you know, so I'm asking spirit to take over so I don't screw it up for someone. If this is your animal ally for the day or for the week, for the month, going into next month, or even the season fall, if you live in this area, now is the time to think about, develop the plan, craft. I'm hearing the word craft the plan for what you want to draw into your life, but then just sit back with it and let it unfold as it needs to unfold. You are going to get a message in 3 to 5 days about this new idea that you want to put into place for what you want your life to look like. So you will get a message within 3 to 5 days and it will come to you. It will come and sit in your web. And then you can look at it and evaluate it and decide if that's still what you want or if you need to tweak it a little. So that's for some of you. That's pretty specific. All right, and then we have, oh, sweet rabbit. Now is a lucky time. Look at that sweet little rabbit. All right. Rabbits have 0 defenses. They're kind of fast and they blend in. But you know what? They can't fight. They don't have claws or teeth that they attack with. But yet they still survive and they are prolific. And I think that's why they survive. So for some of you, it's going to be wait, put it into thought, 3 to 5 days, you'll get a message, it'll come back, you evaluate, and then you go from there. For some of you, it's like you are just go on the go. But that's what works for you. But also, it's a kind and gentle energy. You will achieve what you want, and your abundance will come in because of your kind and gentle soul. Now, this is a big one. And we just came out of Leo season in Lionsgate. Lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. But you know what? What I'm seeing when I look at that, it's okay to rest. It's okay to rest now. It is okay to rest. You've been strong. You have immense strength. This is the card of a champion, and that's what I'm hearing. That's not me interpreting. I just heard this is the card of a champion. You can rest for a few days because then you're going to be right back at it again. And then we have snake spirit, a time to heal. Okay. Snakes are very often spirit carriers. They carry messages from spirit. For me, they were always in my dreams. I would get a warning about something coming based on a snake that would visit me, depending on the size, shape, what it looked like. It didn't have snake eyes. It always had human eyes. And so that would always let me know what I needed to watch out for or who I needed to watch out for in whatever situation. And that was from childhood on. Now, in some decks, if you see a snake card, it can be like in the Lenormand, It can definitely be a warning of people with bad intentions, some shady character. But snakes shed a skin. So much like lion, it's okay to sit back and rest. You've done the work. You're getting ready to start a new cycle. Snake is the same way. Rest, rejuvenate, you're shedding a skin, and then you will begin again as well. And so I don't think that's the negative connotation with it. That's not the negative snake connotation. All right. That was a reading all in itself. So that's more than just an animal ally. That's very symbolic of the energy of different parts of the collective. So if one or more of those messages resonated with you, then you might want to sit with that energy, maybe meditate on that energy, and really draw it to you and ask for help to understand what to do. Okay? I feel like we are in receptive mode right now. I feel like for anyone who watches this, you are in receptive mode. You are at a point where you can listen. You can hear the messages. You can... Okay, well, hold on. Okay, this just happened in a weird way. I'm using the unfolding path. But yeah, we are in a receptive period right now for messages. And I feel like that it's just a matter of allowing yourself to rest, rejuvenate, have a moment of quiet. You have your strength. For those, the common thread was like spider builds the web and just waits to see what comes in and then evaluates. Lion is taking a rest after a long, hard battle, but getting ready to rise in that strength, rejuvenated. Snake is shedding a skin so it can begin fresh and a new venture. Rabbit is always on the go, go, go. But even that go-go breeding season is starting to slow down a little bit, where you can rest for just a minute, but in your truth and your genuine kind nature is what will help you survive. And then the first one was, well, I already did that one, spider. All right, so with the unfolding path, a whole big, when I was shuffling, a whole big section of them just kind of plopped out to the side, clearly away from the others, and it wasn't necessarily me being sloppy in my shuffle. And so I don't know that I'm supposed to take all of them, but I am supposed to take this one on top, the bottom, and they're saying, yeah, the middle. Okay. And this one. No? Yeah. Okay. This one. Yeah. So there are 4 cards, but they didn't want me to take all of them. These are the main ones. Sometimes you just have to listen to spirit. You have to listen to spirit, and they will tell you what you need. And I kept thinking, oh, we're kind of on a time crunch. This is running long. But you know what? They helped me to understand. And these 4 cards are absolutely the ones that whomever this is for needs to see. The first one, and I feel like this is a female or someone with distinctly feminine qualities that are more dominant, because there's a woman in every single one of them. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the 3 of Wands. This reminds me of the Spider card, or all of those animal ally cards. You're just kind of watching from a distance, waiting to see what comes in. This is a nurturing card. This is nurturing, grounded, settled, and loving, the Queen of Cups. But then we have Justice. The scales are going to be balanced. Whatever you're waiting for, you're going to be victorious. This could be confirmation about that, reading about the legalities. And male or female, ultimately, it doesn't matter. But I feel like it could involve a female in some way. But there is going to be justice. The scales are going to be balanced finally, because they haven't been for a long time. And I just noticed something about this card with the Queen of Cups. There is a lotus that's growing out of her cup, her chalice. So that would make sense with the Justice card too. A lotus grows from adversity through the mud and the muck and the mire to become something beautiful. It is a card and a symbol of survival, rejuvenation, and beauty and justice winning out. So just watch it unfold. You don't have to do anything. Someone's going to show him or herself soon enough. And I'm hearing that phrase. Someone I knew a long time ago gave me the best piece of advice when I was at work and I was dealing with difficult people and situations. And she said, you don't have to charge in all the time. You don't have to always jump in all the time. Just sit back and watch for a minute. Don't give anyone the rope to hang you. Just sit back and be quiet and watch. They'll take care of themselves by just opening their mouths. And she was right. So just keep your own counsel. Hold on a minute and watch what's going on. Justice will be served. You are going to be the Queen of Cups. You're watching and waiting and keeping your counsel. And in the end, there will be victory and celebration. You are going to raise your cup in a toast. This is, in this reading, a celebration and victory card with your people, with the people who love and surround you. Now, and you don't have to do a thing. This person is going to show themselves for who they are, whomever the adversary is, and you're going to be just fine. I do feel like there are some legalities coming up for someone. I do feel like, and you're worried that it might have to require legal action and going to court and mediation and all. No, I really don't think it's going to. There's going to be the threat of that coming to you, but it won't get to that point because the other person realizes, they may even talk to someone and then realize, oh, I'm in the wrong. They are going to be in the wrong. They know they're going to suffer for it. They know it's going to be financially devastating. And it's more about vengeance for them than reality. So it's going to resolve itself. It will not go to court. I don't even think it's going to be mediation. Whatever happens, it's not going to be the doom, gloom, and devastation that it kind of feels like it could be. It won't be that at all. But stay strong and don't poke the bear right now is the phrase. Just kind of hang back, watch. Give this person enough latitude to spiral wherever they want to. And it's not your job to go fixing everyone. It's almost like the story about Don Quixote jabbing at the windmill. Windmill's going to be just fine. And eventually, it's all going to resolve itself. You know, the situation will resolve itself. You just be, and the other message, like I think it was yesterday or the day before, be the lighthouse. Just be the lighthouse and let your light shine. You don't have to go chasing after the ships trying to save them. Otherwise, when the right ships come along, they're going to miss you. Okay. All right. I hope that made sense. Okay. So, that was a lot of ground covered. We covered a lot of ground today. A lot of ground today. So, I don't even know what to call this. All right. So, be well. Take care. Energy is distinctly changing, and the message is you don't have to rush and do anything. Things will take care of themselves. In November, the world and your life is going to look very different. And I keep getting a 2 and a 2. Okay? And 2s in general. So, all right. I'm sending you all so much love and gratitude. You all fill my heart so much. And I'm so profoundly grateful. Thank you. All right. Have a good day. I actually have to clean the house today. And I'm grateful I have a home to clean. I'm grateful. It was hard fought getting here, as a lot of you know. And you know what? It doesn't matter what or where your home is. It's your home. You know, yeah, it's not like I'm ever going to own anything outright. So I might, you never know. No negativity, But it's when you've got a home, I'm going to make the cleaning process. Normally I don't mind, but today I'm just struggling with it. But we're gonna be grateful for what we have, and it will be a joy to clean today. So that's just me doing my little pep talk. All right. Thank you all. I love you all so much. Thank you. And let's see if this works. Ready? Bye.